Recording in 3, 2, 1.
Yo, what's up ninyo diya? We are here in Crossroads and kung kastorya karon
Hey.
is Gion of Crossroads, of course. Musta bro, musta.
That's my day job.
So what's your night job? You are also the founder of Reverb.
Yes.
So
Yes,
let's
sir.
talk both ang Crossroad life nimo, Crossroads life o ang Reverb. So
Right.
ang unahon na to is musta man ka? Musta yung mga adlaw karon? Medyo chill kay na adlaw karon kay nanguli ng mga tao gikan for the Holy Week. So
Okay naman. I mean, if you're frequenting Crossroads, you'd feel naman it's really chill almost every day dire.
it's like this almost every day.
Yes, but like, of course, during the day, like I have to have some routine. Ako yung mga routines that I do for para sa akong job itself, and then like laptop works. But
Padaw lang gamay imong kuan like ana siguro para
check.
yes kana mo half an inch away sa imong
Yeah.
kay arte kay ni ang mic good kay
Condenser.
yeah so
Kana. Normally, well, because of this week, it's almost holiday, manggod. So, and then it's gonna be Holy Week. So, gamay ra mga tao. So, not so much meetings. It's more of like laptop work lang. And then just checking up on our tenants. Ana siya. And then, of course, I manage the co-working space as well. So, from here, double checking on our schedules, making sure they know our schedules this week. Yun lang, maintenance and stuff like that. But so far, like, nothing super stressful ever.
So 9 a.m. You start your day. What's the first thing that you do?
Emails.
Mostly mga tenants.
Well, for tenants, inquiries for the co-working space, and then whatever emails that I need from supplier, siguro that I need to address. And then internal communications that I need to address. Because my top priority is to answer people that are looking for, of course, like replies and whatnot. So that's top of mind before I do any of the routinary, like, checking on operations, accounting.
That's pretty reactionary na kanang na routine na kanang what if first thing that you see is like I know well, first thing that you see is like something that's urgent.
No, I learned it along the way na lang through like working, I guess. That the first thing that you have to prioritize is people. Number one. Like if you're really, working on a company, the first thing you need to prioritize are people. If they have a concern, they need to have an answer. Especially like sales or marketing, of course, I need to answer those things. Once all of my messaging answers are like dealt with, I can work in, work in peace ba?
So let's say they'll take you like what, an hour?
Yeah, an hour, sometimes 2 hours.
Sometimes 2 hours.
Sometimes 2 hours.
Replying to people.
Especially if like there's a back and forth. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there's a day in my week that in the morning we do meetings with because we have different some of my workmates are in different locations, so we just do once a week meeting.
Once a week na kanang in-office meeting? Or
No, online.
Online? Okay,
Online
okay.
meeting, reporting on everything. Like what happened the whole week.
So, okay. So, I would assume that's on a Monday.
It's on a Wednesday.
Oh, it's on a Wednesday. Okay.
Contrary to like siguro the normal, our Mondays are pretty slow.
Okay.
Slow. Because some of our tenants in Crossroads are closed.
Closed on Mondays.
Yeah, pag Monday. Because they, like peak ng family mall is Sunday.
Sunday.
So they normally like rest ng Monday. Some, not all, but some.
Oh, okay. So you guys do your meetings on Wednesday. And then after you do your replies, mga email nimo, what's next?
Routinary check, of course. Like checking up on our clients and tenants. Number one is like
Tuyo ka. Ano,
Tuyok. Yeah.
bisita ka
Bisita.
sa each tenant. Hey, musta? Ano?
Yeah. Just touching base with them. Like,
Sakto.
big thing na to just say hi and like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kana siya. And then I enjoy talking to them actually. So yun siya. And then of course like checking up on operational stuff. Like if need ba na mo palit og aircon, installing ani. Then checking up on my mga staff as well.
Then lunch. Di ba? That's like after.
Sometimes
lunch.
but like normally lunch na ako late na 2:00.
Okay.
Late na siya.
Quick raw yun kanang
But pag mo kick in na ang afternoon kasi 1 or 2 o'clock, kana dagan ng meeting na ko. Ang mga meeting na ko is gikan either na nag-inquire or na proposal for an event or na ay mga kanang conventions na we need to like discuss and talk about. Okay, I participate in the creative community sa Cebu. I'm also part of the startup community sa Cebu, tech startup community sa Cebu.
Tech startup.
Yeah. So
any startups that you could mention na you've been a part of na?
Wala, nothing in particular, but
okay.
I normally attend yung mga workshops and
most
meetings.
of their workshops they do it here.
Sometimes, but not always. Not always.
Okay.
Yan na siya. So yun siya, like I have like different facets of things na I do even before I got into the music.
Yeah.
Nindot ang story ng music and it has a lot of to do with the first time we met.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
First time we met sa party ni Boots.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Yeah, so
opening party
just to
Redeem Tattoo.
Just to discuss kanang ang genesis sa Reverb itself. It began sa opening ng Redeem.
Well, did you had an epiphany na this is what I'm gonna do?
No, what was happening kasi I was co-producing a lot of kanang events diri. I did co-produce mga esports event and then I co-produced kanang what do you call this? Board game events and then ay mga bazaar events and then other basta daghaming events na gibuhat even during pandemic. Mga secret events ba. And then I wanted to have my thing. Kay sometimes mobalhin man sila ng mga co-producer ba, like ma-jumpstart sila and then mobalhin sila of mga event space guro or lugar. Ako dili ko ganahan mo gawa sa Crossroads kanang comfort zone ko siya. So and then ganahan ko na how Cebu everyone has their own thing. And ganahan kayo ko sa energy nga na encourage ko na I have to have my own thing. Murag si Boots ba, he has his own thing. Sila Bimak, Pasha, ikaw. Everyone has their own thing ba. Ganahan ko na ako yung own thing. But the closest to my heart actually is music ba. Kay banda man ko sa una long time
sa Manila
long time ago.
Kasi bokalista ano ka?
Nagbokalista ko, naggitarista, nag-bass, nag-drums pod ko. At dugay na to.
Okay, so Reverb banda ka and ang imong gipang handle ng mga artist ron kay hip hop.
Yeah, ang
ganun man na, ganun ragala, ganahan ko ani hip hop ana.
So what happened was before lockdown kasi I was supposed to work with Carlisle.
Yeah.
Route 83 at that time. And then nag-lockdown and then when I got here, I really loved their sound. And I was hoping na there are more of that, but not exactly like that. Parang murag same ba na that can resonate sa even outside Cebu, even
Yes.
outside the Philippines ba. So I was curious. So that's the first thing na I looked for, sabi ko, like hip hop or R&B or pop, ano ba.
Yeah.
But like ganan ko sa hip hop kay feel na ko duol siya sa energy sa mga banda na heavy music ba. Kanang very very rebellious gamay. Kana ba? That's my theory lang. That's my theory at that time.
It's true. Yeah.
But I want it na hopefully on a commercial level siya. Like what happened to Root ba? We can bring them out on different regions and hopefully na resonate sila on different with different audiences ba. So the first thing I did was ask some of the photographers na I work with here in some of our social media and photography workshop here. Nakikaila na murag mga hip hop artists diri, mga medyo younger ba, nasa 20s pa sila. His name is Miggy, he works in Manila na. And then he does photography na for sa mga banda pod sa Manila. Kila Zild, ana. Karon. And then gi-refer niya sila Hot Wasabi, and then Hot Wasabi was actually the one that told me about Mr. Lefty, told me about Cali Hoods, and then si MC Rel, like kauban man sila.
Yung key.
Yeah. And then yun siya,
open the
okay.
realm of hip hop diri Cebu.
Yeah. Kana siya. But like ako personally, I haven't dived into the genre itself. Kanang the hip hop that I know is Karaan pa, Bone Thugs.
Yeah.
Like not deep like college Eminem, but predominantly it's more of heavy music man personally. It's just that my curiosity ba. Kay music is music. If I like it, I like it. I don't box myself in a particular
you know
genre.
what's good and what's not good. What sounds good and yeah.
And then even if it's pop music, it doesn't matter. Kana siya. So ganahan lang ko na to do that, and then we didn't have any parang programs pa at that time. So Psycho will be part of our program. And then Boots told me, "Oh, I'm gonna do this opening." Kay Boots man is like one of my first friends here. And then that's why gi-convince ko siya na mag-open diri sa Crossroads. That's why nibalhin siya diri. Kay ang iyahang shop sa una duol sa akong balay. So I always go there pag weekends. Basin ka na mubalhin. Ana siya. So when he was doing the opening, kato siya. Actually, he told me, akong kuhaon si Cookie. Sabi ko, kinsa man na.
Yeah.
Sabi ko, sorry kayo kay I'm not from here ba? Wa ako kaila. Tira ako kaila. So sabi niya, sikat yun. Sabi niya. Oh ba? Sabi ko, sige. And then kato siya. And then he told me na, if you want, you can do the program. So kato, that was the first for me lang to witness live katong mga artist na gi-mention nila.
Kasi ito na nung karato ako, si B-Mac nito karon siguro to.
Si B-Mac,
Cali Hoods, no?
si Cali Hoods.
Oh, yeah.
So kato si Cali Hoods, and then si MC Rel, and then si B-Mac dito car, and then niattend si di ba nag-spin man si Short?
Yeah.
Saka si Daiha. Tas naigidala si Short na yang kaila. Gipatukar niya one song, turned out to be Felony.
Yeah.
But like nakita si Felony. Then gi-introduce me, but that's not the time na nag-connect me pa. It's not, di pa siya nag-reverb after nito. Like that's the only time na first me nagkaila ba. And then itukar na si Mr. Lefty at that time, then si Cali Hoods. We don't know each other pa. They didn't know na I was the one who got them ba, but I just really wanted to see how it sounds live ba. Kay important sa ako ang live. Kay banda man to.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then when I saw okay. And afterwards, I didn't think about it. And then nag-post si Kali.
Okay.
one time kay gifollow ko man siya. Nangita siya og manager. Ako lang siyang gi-message. Sige, ako na lang.
Ikaw may manage.
And then may ako kaila. Of course, he had to ask around kung kinsa ko. Na. And then we sat down ba. And then when we sat down, I told him na I will not explain to you for you to say yes na mag-manager, for me to be your manager. I'll just show you first. And if naganahan ka, then let's do it. I'll be manager after. So, ang first na ako gibuhat is magbuhat kog event and see if ganahan ka sa akong gibuhat. So, that's the birth of Reverb.
Tungod na yung kali.
Reverb Volume 1.
Volume 1.
Nga na siya. So, that's where it all started, good. Kana siya.
Yeah, that's good to know. Na, I didn't know. I thought you already had Reverb at that time.
Wala, dagang ako gibuhat din. I really love events.
So you're an event marketing person, organizer.
Yeah, like ano talaga ako, events producer talaga ako. Like that's my majority of my career is from doing events.
Yeah, you mentioned na ikaw ang sa una katong dito sa Manila. I forgot that event. Film. Forgot that. Ganun, it's a French. Ganun,
ang Fête de la Musique.
Fête de la Musique.
Yeah.
So ikaw may nag-organize dito sa Manila.
One or two ng Fête de la Musique, but this was way back 2009, 2010. Something like that. Before B-side prod took over, because I used to work sa Pulp Magazine. So we used to do Fête de la Musique sa Metro Walk, Ortigas, those type of stuff. So we used to handle 20 plus stages, or at least like mga 20 plus na bars, and then 3 major stages in one day.
Wow. Murag Coachella.
Ina pero like it's very confined siya. So for example, para siyang murag crossroads ba, but all of the stalls are bars, and then tanan na ay banda. So na ay jazz stage, there's reggae stage, there's classics, there's rock. Then ang mga main stages, ang pop stage, metal stage, then ay mga bar na may hip hop stage. Long time ago. So I did that. Ano siya. So those are the things na I used to do. Parang early in my career, very early in my age, kanang the first events that I did were like the big ones, Pop SummerSlam, and then I was able to play sa Dut-Dutan, like very early Dut-Dutan.
Banda nimo?
Banda na mo. And then mga co-produced events namin, mga international events na Shadows Fall. And then after a few years, nibalhin man ko sa club scene.
Okay, what did you do sa club scene?
Produce po events.
Promoter, dili sa?
Production siya. So,
production. So, mga DJ and so on.
Steve Aoki.
Apel ka sa
production. Like,
production.
So mag-set up me, sound system, tanan, staging. And then, of course, mag-sound check with the artist. And then, hospitality sa artist. So, isuroy mo sila sa Maynila, ingana. And then, I check the tech rider and then hospitality rider, unsay lang preference sa food. After ingana, pagtulog na sila, I'll go to the venue para mag-set up ng stage, lights, So, I work with the lighting director, technical director, audio spinner. Yun siya. So, those are my early job ba. Kana.
How long did you did that sa club scene?
Numrag 5 years, good.
5 years, okay.
There's some clubs na I launched sa BGC sa una.
Napagyapon ron.
close na ka.
Close na.
Dugay na.
Ah.
Dugay na. That's why ang kastorya na ako diri sa Cebu si MC Pao kay we're in one circle man good. Like we were in the same circle so
Makita ra mo mi sa mga events.
yeah, but mas na-close mi diri na.
Diri, of course, kay, hey, nalagi ka diri.
Yan na. Yan.
So, you moved here unsa na year?
2020, pandemic.
Pag-pandemic.
December.
Okay.
Kana siya.
So, ni-move ka diri and nagkuan ang Crossroads ato na time. Nagngita og marketing manager and how did you abot sa Crossroads?
No, what happened was kanang ang From Here co-working space was A Space sa una. So A Space siya sa una and it's a branch na ang main branch is sa Manila where I used to work.
Okay.
And then part of the management guild is ang mga tagiya sa Crossroads pa. And then I'm friends with the owners sa Crossroads. So when I saw na and then ganan ako mobalhin diri kay nakoy nauyab diri.
Dito nimo na meet sa Manila.
Diri kay nag-event ko diri. Nag-event ko diri sa Quest Hotel ba for British Council of the Philippines. So this was before mag-lockdown gyud na ako'y last event gyud sa Quest na international ba na yung mga international delegates and I didn't think na the pandemic was that serious. Anyway, dito ko siya nakailan din. Siguro 2 days or 3 days before mag-lockdown, ibalik ko sa Manila.
Mingaw.
Yeah. Yan na. And then, kato siya, LDR me and then I was able to transfer here pag December of 2020.
Okay.
Kana siya.
So, nagdako ka sa Manila. Dito ka gipanganak
Yeah.
sa Luzon.
Wala ko'y origins diri. Wala.
Wow.
Yeah. Wala ko'y kanang family. Here. Like, ano lang talaga. Like, ganaan lang ko diri.
So now, you're living here for 5 years na.
Mag 5 years na. Yeah.
Unsa man ang imong any difference na mga distinguish nimo na kana makaana yun ka na lahi ra jud ang wherever.
Ang quality of life here is better, of course. Like, kanang like as a working person, gid. Like, sa Manila, majority of your time will be spent on transportation, traveling ba? Kanang, we have this saying sa Manila na hindi ka pa nagsimula magtrabaho, pagod ka na. Kapoy na ka kay tungod sa
traffic.
Tungod sa traffic ba kay normal sa amo ang 1 hour na travel time. Normal. And then pag muuli ka 1-2 hours. And then sometimes even if mag-grab ka, maghuwat ka 1 hour.
Yeah.
It's like lisod ka ayos siya. And then ang air quality here is better.
Walking city pa jud ang Cebu.
Walking city pa siya. So dili pa siya ka ng concrete jungle kaayo. So if you go sa Manila where I'm from, I mean, kita mo skyway, buildings, bus, truck. So yun siya. Like that's the difference na I see. Very chill here.
Unsa man imong wala ka gaming house Manila na something na
family? Of course I miss my family. But I visit Manggod. Other than that, wala na.
Mura kang nakagawas na sa kanang Ragulo. Nakagawas ka sa trap.
Mamiss na ako ang music scene, of course. So Manila is like really, different good. Like daghan ng happenings dito. Mas I don't know, mas ano dito eh. Like it's the entertainment is ano talaga. Like,
yeah, if you can compare it sa Manila and diri, what unsa man imo masultian?
Of course, mas daghan ng audience regardless of what music scene are you, regardless of if sa hip hop ka or sa band scene or sa nightclub scene, pirmi na itaw. And then murag mas it doesn't take so much to convince the audience sa Manila to attend or at least buy tickets or
I heard they're easy to please.
Easier to please sila compared here.
Diri kay kanang
dapat nindot ang marketing nimo diri. Kaya dapat nindot ang marketing nimo so you really have to do your kanang groundwork diri to be able to fill out small event space.
Ngano ka, no? What do you think?
Na ako'y theory. And
Yeah.
everybody knows this sa mga co-producers or katong mga namigo na ako diri. Like, first na ako namigo diri kasi sa music scene si Carl Lucente.
oh.
And then, of
Mandawi
course,
Nights.
sila Dexter sa Melt Records. And then, sila, of course, si Pasha. But, ang theory nako is, yung level of escapism is mas taas siya sa Manila kaysa diri.
Level of escapism.
Yes. Kanang, since sa Manila, like, especially sa business districts ba, mataas ang stress ng mga tao. And then, of course, ang ilahang escape is to go to enjoy entertainment ba? Regardless of what form that is. Kung banda ba ilang hilig, or kanang mas feel ba nila mag-clubbing, or mas feel ba nila mo attend of kanang mga concert, depende. Pero mas taas ang stress, mas taas ang escapism. Dili kasi kanang duol ta sa bundok, duol ta sa bukid, duol sa dagat. So, we easily reconnect with nature ba?
Dali ra kayo mo chill. Dali ra kayo mo chill niya.
Plus ang again, the quality of air here is like better. I'm not saying na super fresh siya. Okay, it's still the city and we still experience kanang traffic,
smog, man.
But like if you compare it to Manila, especially I lived in Quezon City sa una, Commonwealth, like yun. It's so far from that. So that's my theory. That's really my theory. Okay,
Yeah.
like for example, ang clubs diri, ang clubs sa Manila mo operate sila from Monday to Sunday. Of course, there's peak days, Friday, Saturday. Mas parang murag shoulder to shoulder ang club sa Manila. But if you go Monday, naitaw. Open sila.
Sa Manila.
Sa Manila, naitaw for me. Every day, na ako'y face before when my late 20s. Almost every other day na ako sa club. Naitaw. Pero me, every day.
Grabe ano? Diri kay
Dire, kanang may season na
may season na everyday po daghan nasa season na.
Pagpadong na ng Bear Months or padong ng Sinulog, nga na lang. Pero after that, mingaw na. Ano siya? It's very apparent on all other forms of parang community entertainment. Dili lang sa club scene. So that's why it's important for building community. Kana siya. So that's my theory lang. That's why mas dali i-please ang sa Manila ba kay mangita sila og unsay bag-o.
Unsay bag-o ana.
Mas curious sila. I wanna listen. By bagong artist, I wanna listen to this. Ano sila?
Diri ra kay ka mga adto ra kag bukid. Adto ra kag dagat, dali ra kayo.
Nakay choices diri ba?
Sakto sa siya. Yeah, city vibe po siya. 'Di ba? So
sakto.
A little bit of everything.
Kana siya. That's the long and short of it. Napakoy mga mas detailed things to say about escapism and unsayang correlation sa entertainment scene. But that's the long and short of it. Like we have a better situation here in terms of environment. That's why we're not always resolving into
kanang lingaw-lingaw,
drinking ourselves to death or mangita og other people to kaya like for example sige like just to deep dive in it. So kanang sa mga business district sa Manila, ang working class are stressed kayo, and some of them or majority of them are parents. They go home, stress kayo sila, and they sometimes magka-friction with each other. So ang mga kids, ganahan sila mugawas, always wants to go out of the house. Diri, most of us wants to go home. Di ba? Na-observe niyo? Ganun lang, umuuli. Magpahuway ba?
Baway,
Parang murag safe haven mo ang home. So, I'm not saying like that's for everyone, ha? But like, I just can observe na nga nagyud. Like, if you're always constantly, perpetually stressed ba? With every turn, ang travel nimo, ang office nimo, ang kauban nimo, of course, for some reason, mangita ka og some point of safety and entertainment para nimo. So, and then if they see some artist na nindot kaya na makarelate sila, of course, rather than me spending 10K padong outside the city, I'll just spend
500 pesos.
500 diri na.
Diri,
I can get my fix na.
Yeah.
Mahappy na kayo ko. Kay the nearest beach sa Manila, it will take a lot of your energy and money before you get there.
Yang ang bukid sa mo kag Rizal, either Rizal or Tagaytay, di ba?
Tagaytay is the marag.
Yeah, layo na.
Layo pa rin siya if you think about it. Na unlike diri, Busay.
Busay, nada yun. Fix na mo ang kuan.
Pwede ka mag-angkas padong dito. Kana say that's just my theory. I'm not saying that's the.
But a lot of people do say that na inana jud ang ma-offer sa Cebu ba. Na kanang dali ra kay kaka-escape.
Kay makakonect ka sa nature ba. Kay believe it or not, like dako sayag murag kang na-recharge.
Na-recharge.
Ma-recharge ka ba?
Ang dali ra kayo.
And then so near. So there's no in between na makapoy ka. Na unlike sa amo kunwari we'll go to Zambales, a 5-hour drive, 5-6 hour drive. Makapuhuway ka dito pero pag pauli kapoy ka balik.
Kapoy na balik. Zambales is like what? 6 pila ka hours ganito?
6-7 hours. Nag-drive ko.
Kapoy yan.
Kapoy ka. Pagdating dito, nindot. So we were like kanang overnight me dito. I think 2 nights yata when I visited.
2 nights ra po. Kaya nga ra sa niya.
And then I was like, drive me balik. Kapoy kayo. So wala na. Wala rin. Sayang ang pahuway dito. Ipagbalik mo, kapoy ka balik.
Well, glad you're here. You know, glad you're able to move here sa Cebu.
Gana kayo ko diri. And then, daghan akong hopes for the music scene and industry diri. Like, it's...
Let's talk more about that.
We're really pushing for that ba? Sige.
So, when you... nga na ka na daghan kag hopes. Like, is there any particular artist that made you think na kapaitira ni? Like, grabe dyan niyang music scene diri Cebu. Or any movement or event?
Of course, like, there's 2 that... No, 3. 3 kabuok, I guess.
Ano to?
That really made me realize na how great yung mga artists diri sa Cebu. Even before meeting you guys, everyone ba? Well, number 1, of course, Urban Dub.
Oh, yeah.
I was working with Pop when this was what? 2008, 2009. Peak Manila to.
Peak Manila. Peak
like,
na.
this was like
when the fight thing is over.
Yes. Kana sila. They were the biggest at that time, and I was like, indot kayo. And then I saw their kanang talaga, like how unsay lang impact sa music scene as a whole sa Manila and sa Philippines ba.
They raised the bar.
They did.
Yeah, they raised the bar.
That's why I was explaining to a lot of my Cebuano friends here na how important Urban Dub is. Like, of course, like, syempre, kanang siguro na anad na mga tao kay taga-Diriman sila, but like, I'm just telling them na how important they were.
Hometown heroes, pero, yeah.
When they got to Manila, everyone, like, yo,
you gotta step up.
We gotta step up, bro.
Tinod, yeah.
Ang sound nila is kanang tight.
Yeah.
Tight kayo. Limpyo kayo. Walay feedback na unnecessary. If mag-feedback sila is appeal to sa ilahang songs.
Yeah.
Dili siya sakit sa dunggan. It's the first time we saw that, like, kanang tight kayo. And then before kasi, of course, na may mga bands na makatanaw mi, but like this is different. Like it really sounded professional, good. Grabe kayo. So everyone just raised their bar.
Mhm.
And even ko, when I was in college, pero may ko mo attend sa mga bar gigs, manggod ng mga sikat na bands sa una.
Mhm.
But when Urban Dub arrived, everyone like, we need to, di na ta pwede bang rockstar kayo.
Oh, plug lang ba
Mm.
volume nimo 5 ganang.
Ana,
Oh.
Battle of the Bandmates. Ano, so,
Pasok yan.
kato ang impact nila. Next is, uh, of course, along Urban Dub came ang Franco.
Mhm.
Again, when Franco came in the scene, we were able, nana ko sa Pulp ato, and si Kerwin gave us a demo ng Franco and we didn't know who it is.
Kerwin.
Rosete. Manager siya sa una siya ang first na nag-book sa Franco, ang mga manager. Wala pa yung formal manager.
Okay. Pero katong Franco, super band na to. Super band na to, dili pa.
Yeah, kanang super band.
Okay.
Dili katong una niyang bands, but
Okay.
like kanang super band ba.
Ano.
And then napasala yung mga poster, sino si Franco. And then mag-bar tour sila. And I was like, sige, maminaw mi sa demo. Kaya it's just a burnt na CD ba? Sa una.
Oo.
So we listened to it. Nindot kayo. And then kato na, gi-reveal na super band nga sila.
Mhm.
So very, very, siya. I can't believe na a local band can sound like that.
Mhm.
Of course, kanang nakapaminaw ko sa Urban Dub. And then when I heard Franco Pavud, sabi ko, we can actually compete ba? Alam mo yun?
Mhm.
It's not just the language they use, but like, like you'll feel man good if authentic ang music or ang song eh.
Mhm.
So, and then later on, of course, before ko nibalhin diri is Route 83. Kana siya. When I heard them, like, na-connect siya sa ako. Like,
Mhm.
I didn't force myself to like them. I really like it.
Mhm.
Kana siya. So, I was curious if naapay mga artists, regardless of what do you call this? Regardless of genre.
Mhm.
Naing-aning quality ba? Kasi ikan na ako sa banda. Tapos here, there's a pop R&B song or at least act na I know.
Mhm.
Napa ba yung mga ing-ani sa Cebu? And if so, I wanted to. So that's what really triggered me to do reverb. So,
Mhm.
and the first reverb wasn't puro hip-hop. It was different siya. Puro different acts siya.
Mhm.
We had an R&B, we had a lo-fi singer from Davao, si Cray. And then we got Eunice. At that time, she was a pop singer and then ikan pa siya sa Gawas ba. Then she was just visiting here and then we were able to put her sa lineup. Kato, and then sila Kali, si MC Rel, ano. So, very, very diverse yung lineup sa Reverb. Yun siya. Si Lolita Gray, which is more sultry, R&B, pop type of music. So, nice guys, yeah. That's why when I saw it, like, dagan ng talent diri. So, yun siya. Those are the at least mga artists na that caught my attention and got me curious about Cebu scene as a whole. Ano siya?
Sakto. Well, kata, Urbanda, Franco. Sila Ruth,
Sila Carlisle.
Carlisle. One thing in common nila, no? Ako nabantayan, English. No? And something na ang ni boom the past couple years is embracing the local dialect ba of sound, which is mas ni niche siya. However, para na ako no, mura siya og kanang nice group of people sad na crave na pud balik og ingana na sound ba.
Meron siya.
Yeah,
so karon with my relationship with the local dialect sa Bisaya ba. Funny kayo. Kay ang akong uyab I told her about kay gi-mention ni Boots going back to the event ng opening ni Boots.
Yeah.
I-mention niya ang imong name, si Cookie, sana. And then I
Yeah.
told my girlfriend, sabi ko, kailan mo ni, nga ni, sabi niya, yeah, I think siya tong artist ng, you should, siya ang artist ng, na song ang Beep Loop ba? Sabi ko, sige, maminaw nga ako. That's where I learned most of my Bisaya, through your songs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bro. Taon na broken kayo kung kanang Bisaya, but like most of my words na learn ako kay gikan sa mga songs.
That's interesting.
Yeah, kana siya. And then going back to the language thing sa music, no, I think because I was discussing this with Kalihoods yesterday. It doesn't authenticity comes from how you actually speak. And then if you're more comfortable and you feel more parang ang emotions nimo is more driven into, like for example, kung English siya, you go for it. Why not?
Yeah.
And then if it's more on Bisaya, ma-feel kasi siya sa audience if authentic siya or dili, regardless of the language na you're speaking. Sometimes we appreciate songs that are not even in our own language.
Yeah.
Pero ma-feel nimo na murag authentic siya ba? So case in point, of course, ang mga K-pop or even before. Actually, during the 90s, ang mga top 10 before, lahi-lahi siya na mga language, na French, na Japanese. But if you're able to connect into a song, means the song is really, really good. So, nga na siya. Lahi-lahi siyang taste, but if a song is really authentic and good, indot siya regardless if it's English or Bisaya. Nga na siya, parang ako.
Yeah, dili siya kailangan na i-Bisaya yun mo or i-English yun mo.
Walay rules.
Walay rules yun.
Wala. Like, a lot of people will always kanang have this debate and discussion about what a hit song should sound like. We don't actually know what it sounds like.
Hindi ka kaingon.
Basta, on the root of it, it has to be authentic ba? Like, there's no strategic type of thing that you're doing. Basta it has a lot to do with feeling.
True.
It has a lot to do with feeling. At the same time, thinking about how to transfer that feeling to the audience.
Yeah.
Para nako.
And that's one thing that, if I could share, that's one thing that I take pride of during when I made the album, The Life of a Bai. Because a lot of my peers told me that I need to make the same like the old songs that I used to do. And truthfully, I wasn't the person who I was at that time when I made that song. Ba?
True.
So I wasn't in that environment. I made the songs in A Life of a Bai because of what I'm going through. Mostly last year. I'm going through last year.
Yeah.
And it's hard for me to make club songs when my state is different, and I had to make whatever I made during that time was what I felt at that time. Yeah. And one thing that again I'm proud of is I didn't fake it. I didn't fake it. I had to, whatever I felt, I heard it. I heard the beat, and Mojinigo was akong feeling at that time, and then it felt authentic. And I love. I'm biased because it's my songs, but I love the album because it's very. For me, it's a classic. Kay lahi siya ba?
Yeah.
And just share lang ko sa kay ni share maga about. It has to be like ang issue ni share maga between like the language barriers mga yan. Pero art is art.
Yeah. It has to be authentic, good. Of course, there's actually hats off to A Life of a Bai. Nindot imong gibuhat.
Nadungog ni mo tanan kanta?
Yeah, I was there during the lunch.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Then I listened to it sa balay.
Yeah. Means a lot. Yeah.
Of course, There's still like as a producer ba kay and manager good, I talk to my artist good. Um you can make songs bigger or when depende sa production ng songs, I think. That's why I don't normally go to sessions na ako mga artist kay na ko'y ano kanang OCD ba kanang
Yeah.
basin you
sige
have to retake that kay
na.
I didn't understand what you said ano ba or this sounds so I want to leave them alone with their art kay I trust them ba. But at the same time, I always tell them na we have a mission good ba. Of course, kasabot ko sa kanang it's really hard to explain yung be authentic but at the same time be true to your goal pod. Like at the end of the day, what's your goal? Kana siya. If ang goal nimo solidly is to make art, okay. Sakto gyud. But if nakay goal to need na mo to reach this level or reach this level, we have to kanang
Adjust
gamay lang, but never lose touch of your authenticity. Kay if you're too strategic man good, it sounds fake kayo. Right? Like, to kay gibuhat lang nila to kay they're trying to sell this one. Ano madungog mo siya. So it has to go hand in hand ba? If you're trying to, go to some level ba. But never lose sight of being authentic. If you encounter a fork or a crossroad ba, the best way to go is still go authentic. Diba? At least like if it doesn't perform the way you expect it to be, you're still happy kay it's the most authentic ba?
Kaayo. Tinod. Yeah.
Okay, rather than mag-put out ka ng dili authentic and you won't feel it's your best.
Yeah.
And then you'll be blaming other people. I should have done it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so it's you gotta be true to yourself when you're making.
Okay, no regrets man ka.
Oh.
Whatever happens, I did everything that I can. It's my authentic self. So, can I say?
Dude. Like, we only have 24 hours. And as long as you imo jud gi sulit ang every hour by being true to yourself, and let's say karon I'm very obsessed with, to be honest with you right now, in my mind state, I'm very obsessed with leveling up personally.
That's good.
I wanted to be more concise and eloquent when I speak, especially sa English. And wanted to be more persuasive with my speech and my writing. And that's where I'm at. And kay sa music magud kay if you just put me in an environment na nindot ang music, boom, gawas ra man gyud kanang nana ko'y nana na vibe ba na kanang I can make a song in like 5-10 minutes, dali na kayo ba. As long as it's in the right environment, sakto ra pud ang music, nagipag ang beat.
Important gyud ang environment para nako.
Ang environment gyud.
I'm very picky of the people I surround myself with. Like basta naalala kong number of people na I actually speak my mind to. Especially with music, with production. Naalala ko yung choices of people. And then I make sure na they have something going on in their lives. And most of the time they have to be better than me. Yeah, I mean, maano like, shit, I have to get my shit together.
Yeah.
Like for example, ang mga physical ba, mga sports,
yeah.
That's what
you spoke with shout out Danny
B.
Danny B.
Yeah, I really love kanang hanging out with Danny kay he's the ultimate athlete.
Ultimate athlete. Yes.
Nagbike, nagskate, nagbox, nagpickleball, nagbasketball, and he's really good at those things. It's not like he's not like basic. He's really, really, really good at those things. very competitive. So I like kanang hanging out with him kay I wanna be kanang ma-push akong self to go back into doing sports, never ever letting it go ba. Even if there are times na malazy ko, at least I know at the end of the week na may boxing.
You something to look forward to. Yeah.
Then karon yan.
I told Danny na I'll stop by next week.
amazing.
Friday.
Sige,
Yeah,
next week.
yeah,
Box
yeah.
ta. Yan siya. And then ma-open na mong basketballan, ano ba.
Yeah.
So same thing with with other what do you call this? Other areas. Music. Oh, I hang out with you. I can talk to you. Pasha, who are more experienced in Cebu. Carlos Sentes, shout out kay Carl, kay Gino, sa whole Felakila, and then of course si Vince Lucero, I hang out with them. And then sila Josh as well.
Alipi? Yeah, I just hang out with him last week.
Siya diri yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
He just pulled up.
Yeah. So kana siya, mga conversation namo is like more on how can we push Cebu music scene like in one step at a time. Like how can we do it better? We don't have to collaborate. Like for example, Filakila has their own thing good, like their indie bands and but we always talk, like we're always kanang in conversation. Oh, how's your experience producing this event? Or how was your experience? They went to like Korea. So how was that like? Alam mo yun, we always exchange these insights. So at least we can apply it to each other's community ba. Eh syempre lahi man sa amo medyo hip hop kami, and then karon na nami mga DJs. So how can we apply those principles? And same thing, exchange kami we're just exchanging information. So we can do a little bit better in terms of kanang how can we increase audience. Well, for the longest time, me and Carl always thinks like, how can we increase yung attendees
of the mga events.
So how can we make the music scene sustainable? So that we're not teaching younger kids to do music tapos waste ilang time ba. So we're trying to figure out the business and while being authentic. Kaya daghan man ang talent diri. Daghan kayo. Promise good. You know. And then you've been to Manila as well. At some point you've thought na makakompete man mi diri.
Yeah.
Remember when we did katong opening ng Redeemed last year? Last year.
Yeah.
Last
2 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, we did opening ng Redeemed sa Poblacion, and then all of us played si Bimac, ikaw, then si Felony, Cali Hoods, Enrico Rims, and then si Elimino Dueza.
Yeah.
We did put up the show.
Diba reverb na sila?
Okay. Yeah. And then even our artists na shook sila na ang crowd dito is like, appreciative sila ba?
Yeah.
So, yun siya. So, of course, we want that type, hopefully here, that type of audience and crowd. But, we just have to accept na we have to, promote properly ba? We have to do an extra mile here, gamay. In promotion.
Any ideas na pwede na natin mabuhat?
Reels. You have to have a story. Like, nasa story ba? Like, you cannot just post poster and that's it.
Tinood bitaw?
Hindi siya
Reels.
As if you don't care. Like, you have to do it as if you're trying to actually talk to the audience.
Yeah. That's for me now, for some reason, it's hard for me to be like that. Because, I don't know. It's...
Yeah. Like yung mga just make enjoyable promotional videos. Creative, enjoyable promotional videos. Parang you have to let go of kanang certain degree of ego. Like, meaning, it's not, come watch me. It's not that. It's more of, hey, there's an experience waiting for you here.
Yeah.
So, and you really have to put some thought into it. And then, yun siya. Promotion should be part of, if you're preparing for a show, the degree of time, effort, and mental that you put in preparing for a show should be double when it comes to promotion. Kay useless imong show if no one's gonna attend.
Yeah.
Kanang say you have to really kanang sit down and kay ang show is like very technical man good kinsa ang supplier nimo for sound system, LED, kinsa mga moto car. Who's gonna do the layout for the poster? Asa ta magprint ng tickets? Human na, right? You
Yeah.
think about it. Human na siya. But how can we make the best promotion? And then at the same time, during the event, how can we make it the best experience for the person who bought a ticket? Yan. Those two questions should be the main thing that you have to think about. Kasi putting up a show is very parang if you're experienced na, putting up a show is easy.
Yeah.
Easy good. Like ano siya? Sound system, lineup, print, poster, tickets. Mana. It's not that even hard, but how can you be different? Why if akong audience, bakit ko mo attend? Ano siya? You have to ingat na siya. So over the many times of what do you call this? Experimenting, what we found out really is you have to really put out mga small clips na may stories. It has to have a story. Like kahit gamay siya. And then when they get into your show, dapat they'll experience something more than just watching someone. Kana siya. That's how I see it. I remember ang first reverb namo. Ang first reverb is naami raffle. It was fun. Like
Experiential yun ba?
thank you guys sa mga ni-support sa first na reverb kay kato ang Peligro nihatag silag t-shirt, ang distillery sa una nihatag og usa ka bottle ng Jack Daniels. Imagine that ni-attend kang gig then makadaog ka og
Jack Daniels ng
Jack
bottle.
Daniels 1 liter.
Yeah.
And then si Boots nihatag siya og kana mga free
Tattoo
mga
kits or katong...
tattoo, mga minimal tattoo ba?
Okay.
So gifa-raffle na mo siya. And then yeah, simple question and answer, mohatag mi stickers ana, and then ang ticket may free drink. So those type of mga small things na you thought of them ba. Napakami I remember nami event before na gi-sponsor ng Chivas. And then naay vape ba na nag-sponsor po at that time. Nag-vape pa man ko ato. Karon ni quit na ko.
Good for you.
Thanks man. Kana ang mga goals eh. Happy kay ko. Wala na ko'y vices ba.
Drinking.
Kana lang. Kana. Kay syempre namin
social.
But pag na-event lang. So kato siya, magpa-raffle mi ato 1 liter na Chivas tas naipares na vape ba. So whoever bought a ticket na let's say ang ticket is 250 or even 300. Pero kung nakadaog kag 1 liter na Chivas and then vape set ba like that's ano na parang lapas na siya sa value for money ba. Kana siya. Of course the show should be top tier. Ang performance ba like it's no question na gyud. Para nako like we don't even have to talk about quality of the performance. It has to be given already. This is something that I always tell some of the artists that I encounter. I don't have to talk to you about how you're gonna perform.
Yeah.
Do you know your technical? Na kabay mag-backing tracks baka mag-live vocal baka things like that. Like, I don't have to talk to you about those things. That should be given. Kay sa Manila bro, kanang when I was like starting out sa band, ano na siya, blessing na if we're given an opportunity to play. I don't care kung may talent fee, basta opportunity to play kay there's oversupply of artists sa amo sa Manila. Nakatukar na ako na 20 kabuk ang lineup. We're just lucky enough to be on the 5th. But mutukar dito ang hangtod alas 4 sa
Yeah.
So but here if you're given a chance to play or ibutang ka sa lineup, it means the prod or whoever's heading the prod is trusting you to be at your best.
Yeah.
Or else, di na kita, I won't include you sa lineup afterwards. Yan na ba? So yun siya. Other than a great show. That's why karon, before the podcast started, I was talking to you about how the quality of the sound, quality of the vocal,
Yeah.
I want to improve it.
Yeah.
I want to learn a bit about some of the technical parang gamay na sound engineering or how can we improve yung sound ng show namo because I don't want to sound DIY.
Yeah.
Kana siya. Of course, like I don't have unlimited budget, no, but as much as I can, I want na if madungog ka, I don't know if you've experienced katong you attend a random gig and then first time mo nakadungog sa artist, like this is the first time you saw him and you were like, wow, dude guy.
No. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Actually, diri Cebu ang nakaingana first time na ako nakaano petiro niya yun before siya nisikat Winston Lee.
Mao.
Yeah. But outside sa banda, of course, band scene kanang mga urban band.
Yeah. Siya. Grabe iba.
Fast pitch kana.
Kana.
Pero kanang diri sa Cebu, it was 2020, January 2020. We had a show dito sa Games G-Spot. And mas dagantong mga hip-hop na mga artists. Pero siya dyan nakaana ako na, grabe. Ma-feel dyan mo yung energy, man. Ma-feel, katong
ma-connect ang energy niya.
Marag kanang, nadyo aura ba? Di pa siya sikat ato na time. Pero, kuan nyo siya ato. Ano mo to? Yeah, shout out instantly.
Shout out Winston Lee.
Yeah.
Kana siya. I want to be able to present that type of feeling. Ingana. Like, if first time nila makaka-attend sa Reverb, and then there's a artist, regardless of who it is, doesn't have to be the artist that I manage. They'll be like that. Like, wow. Alam mo yun, like, hey, nako yung mga na-discover na bago na mga artist na I would want to listen more ba. Hopefully, of course, ang technicals would help that. Lighting would help that.
Kana yung lighting will...
Kana ako, that's why, I don't know if you've seen or I know, naka-attend, one of the dagan ng suga, di ba? Like, nandun kayong lighting. So, at least, like, for example, ako, like, syempre, small show siya, di pa ako maka-afford ng LED ba, na backdrop. But I make sure na nindot ang lighting na mo, Karon, I wanna improve yung, na hopefully, on a very pro-level gyud ang amuang audio. Like, dili ang backing tracks, but like, the vocal, ang mic ba? Vocal chain ba? So that's what I'm trying to study karon para nindot siya like we can saka ang standard elevate ang standard
kaayo
para if somebody buys a ticket ng Reverb sulit siya lahi siya from other shows na na-attendan ako siya and they'll discover someone nako ibago na pa favorite na artist kay I saw it from this show. So ang mga artist na who wants to play hopefully in one of our shows, ma-inspire sila to be better ba? To practice. If they're a singer, they'll practice singing more.
Rehearsal yun.
Mag-rehearse sila ba? Kana. One of the so just to give a bit of a sidetrack since we're mentioning rehearsal. I manage Elimino and Dueza.
Yeah.
The only reason I signed them because I heard they do rehearse.
Every week.
Like every time before sila
Gig.
mag-gig sila, mag-rehearse sila multiple times. Siguro, kunwari, they have a gig na they'll do siguro once a month na gig, but they'll definitely rehearse multiple times before sila mag-gig. And that's a big thing for me kay banda kaya ako sa una. So big deal sa mo ang rehearsal. So when I heard na ingana lang work ethic, it's not because of their songs. Kaya ang songs nila was like second ano na siya factor para nako. It was really great. Of course they're really really great. But work ethic gyud ang akong that's the thing that I really look into when I was like signing artists. Kana siya. So important gyud ang rehearsal. So we wanna push, elevate yung music scene sa Cebu, and then all of this information among i-exchange akong mga ka-contemporary.
Kayo.
Kana siya.
Yeah, so kana jud work ethic, rehearsal, ay jud kumpiyansa.
Oh, we wanna put a show.
Yeah.
Dili ko ganahan na how do I say it? Na ko yung term ka ng mga chuy-chuy ba? Yung relax kayo.
Relax ra kayo.
Di ko ganahan. Kay I take it seriously ba ya? I really take it seriously. Kasabot ko na lingaw siya, pero dili siya lingaw-lingaw ra. Kay it's somebody's livelihood ba ya? Parang sa imo ha.
Yeah.
Why are we not taking it seriously? Kay this is a serious matter.
Unless kung lingaw-lingaw ra na ila yun.
Oh, if lingaw-lingaw ra, okay ra gyud. Like, no problem. I have no problem at all good. But para nako, awan na, ang high nako kay, mag-get nako ang akong high from having parang ang show into its highest level gyud. Nindot kayo siya. Like, dito ko malingaw. Ang lingaw nako like, kanang, when we are able to deliver the best show that we can. Na I know everyone did the best that they can, from the artist to the technical sound engineer, photographer, videographer, promo team. If everyone really like, kanang serious good about delivering the best show, mahappy kayo ko. Lipay kayo ko. Kana siya. Na we did great. Kana siya.
Any upcoming shows na yung plan?
So, karon I think we're gonna have something around May. And then June. So, what we're trying to do karon is diversify, not really diversify, but like open the platform more for other artists good. In my journey, here sa Cebu, at least sa Cebu City, murag gamay pang artist. We need more artists.
No.
Especially female artists. And even if male artists, kuwang. Kaya nag-plot na ko. And then nag-line up ko ba? So I'm planning not to put in one show na si...
Kuwang ang artist na...
Kuwang. Na you can actually book on a different day. Kunwari, if we plan to do a once a month na reverb, kuwang ang artist. Mubalik na siya, round robin na siya.
Tuyok na.
So what I'm trying to do is like, for example, I'm not putting Cali Hoods, Felony, Elimino Dueza in one show anymore. Ano na sila, like separate na sila. Laylay na silang bracket, parang ganun. And then I would want to, because at the same time, reverb is like my way of witnessing bago na artist. Again, before ko naging promoter, event promoter or producer, I'm a fan. I'm a fan first.
Yeah.
So, all of the artists na Motokar is our artists na I want to see live. Ano siya?
And you're saying is not a lot of artists right now na
Kuwang.
Kuwang na.
Kuwang na. Naglista ko. Kuwang. Na on a
sa Cebu
at least here sa Cebu City
Yeah.
na I can kay na on a performance level good. Performance level meaning ka ng serious about performing good ba? Kuwang siya. I listed kuwang siya. Siguro nabot lang ko sa tulo ka show. Tulo lang. So if I do once a month, in 3 months hurot na. Kana siya. So hopefully na yung mga because nakain ka every December I have this kanang murag community party.
Yeah, you invited me a couple times. And
Yeah.
apologize kung di ko
Okay ra, oy.
di ko kadto.
Interesting about it is that I try to introduce new artists or at least invite artists na I don't know. And then ipatukar ko sila live. Kana siya. So I just search internet or mga mag-ask ko around na kay kailan na are they on have they performed before at least? Sabi niya, naka-perform na sila to. And then they'll perform here. So dito mo makita na bago pa siya. Laylay siya ng levels ba? Like, kani nindot iyang tingog na siya stage presence but she doesn't know how to write a song pa. Like, I cannot work on that kay dagan pa akong gibuhat. So
Yeah.
dapat they know how to make a song na good. Something like that. So pero it's nice to see na ay mga bago ba. So every December.
So ayan na mo banda eh. Maybe na yung mga banda dire. I do know, not know, but si Pasha and a couple of my friends know there's this mga bago na mga bands na nanggawas dire sa Cebu na they actually sound pretty good.
Makoy actually hopefully madayo na mi sila Rising Tide.
Oh yeah, of course. Yes.
No, nag-storya mi. Sabi ko kay I wanna be able to help them lang ba. I wanna see how we can help each other out ba. When it comes to parang single rollout, ano ba? Asa ko makatabang ba in terms of PR or murag plotting kasi kana siyang na-figure out namin when we did Cebu.
Nato grabe na banda na akong limot sa to na.
Naglisod lang ako sa banda kay ang production cost taas kay.
Pero how come na last time? Like a couple years back, diba? Grabe ang band scene na to. No.
Yes. Actually, okay, talking about band scene, no. The difference between Cebu and Manila gyud. Gamay ra ang venue diri sa Cebu na naay band set up na unlike sa Manila
na daghan kayo jud.
Every city yata na ay bar na ay equipment na good, so it's easy to actually put up a production for bands.
But it used to be like that though, especially mga 2000 early 2005, early 2010-ish. Na yung mga spots dire like Kowa Treehouse, shout out nila Akit, ilaha man na sa una. Handuraw.
That
Outpost. Daghan to niya.
Ang Kukoks daw sa una.
Yeah, the legendary Kukoks. Kana. And you are right. Wala na.
Sa Manila kasi daghan eh. Like kanang, I don't know, every city naa sila yung mga spots. Of course, I grew up sa Manila. I played sa Merix, Freedom Bar, sa Sagiho, tukar ko sa Sagiho. So, it was never in our mind na murenta mi sa sound system. Dire lang sa Cebu ato kanang magdamo og sound system. So kana siya. So it's hard to, of course ako ganahan ko mo produce og show for the hip hop, pop, R&B full band. Kay nakasuway namin nila Kali na tukar siya Kali Hoods na full band siya sa September Fever.
Yeah. How was it?
Nindot kayo. Nindot siya. You know, ang live band sounds really is different good.
Lahi ra gyud.
Ka-remember ka atong sa
what?
Kali X sa Midnasty ba na sila drums.
Na sila drummer mausab gyud ang guan gyud.
Nindot kayo. Lahi ang ano niya no. Like the vibration, ang impact.
Basta kanang tangible na ang sound kumbaga ba na kanang makita. Lahi ra gyud kung sa kanang MP3 nimo or wave file nimo i-play compared sa kanang madungog jud nimo ang
drums, ang bass, siya, and then ang piano ba. Detas na kay DJ na mo turntable kay. Ganun parang sila, karon of course, like yung the more successful hip-hop artists karon, sila Flo G, or
Oh,
sila,
banda dyan sila yun.
banda, nindot kaayo. If we only have the luxury to always play that way, why not? Ana ba?
Kayo.
But hopefully, like, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to at least elevate the shows, the way we can lang within our capacity gid. Yan ang siya, hopefully.
I was trying to look for that band. Paano to? Sakto na ko na. It's all good.
Kana siya. That's why the reason why I did kanang hip hop R&B, pop, lo-fi type of thing.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to do something that's already being done here sa Cebu. Like for example, Pasha already covers ang mga band ba? Like kanang heavy to alternative, mga banda. Nana si Pasha. If medyo underground na hip-hop, of course, nana ng Rapollo.
Yeah.
That's already covered good.
Yeah.
When it comes to indie bands, of course, that's already covered.
Sila Carl.
Ana sila. So, and then, yun I was really curious how a commercial hip-hop, pop, R&B would sound like. The goal of Reverb is to sound like a top 40.
A what?
A top 40.
A what?
Top 40.
Top 40. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, commercial.
Top 40. Commercial yun na.
Commercial goods, yeah. That's really the goal of it. Like, to look for artists, to showcase artists that we can export. Or at least has a potential for export ba? Regionally or even internationally. But we're not limiting them to dapat English lang. Dili. Again, if ma-feel na mo na authentic ka kayo ka. Like for example, Felony, when I first heard Felony, ang iyang songs is like Bisaya good.
Yeah.
Bisaya and then sort of na siya mga English gamay. But like ang songs niya were how he writes songs is how he actually speaks. So ma-feel ni mo like the authenticity is there. So I was like, I'm signing this dude up. Like the first time ko siya line up was sinulog sa Asmara, I think 2 years ago, something like that. So rehearsal pa lang, like nami rehearsal 5 p.m. That was his first kanang murag major, or at least first major gig niya, I think. Kay bago pa man siya, he was still young. Pag-rehearse niya, grabe ang aura niya ba. And then, ang iyang mga songs is Bisaya. So, yun siya. We signed him. Kana siya. So, that's really like how I see Reverb. Commercial goods, yeah. Like, we want to make hits. We want to be able to reach bigger audience. We want to be able to go regional. You know, if there are artists around Cebu who are at least in the corner of their mind na they think na that's an option for them to bring their talent in. We want to be able to hear and showcase your talent. That's really what Reverb is. That's why we did then we have the nightlife and DJ scene as well.
Yeah.
Okay, we want to be able to, merge in yung taste ba? Because we have the capability to produce the same quality of songs sa foreign. Right? That can compete internationally. That's how I see it. That's why we have this. If there are people who are confused why we have like a nightlife DJ scene, because I don't think there's any difference with Cebu music with foreign music. I think it's the same quality, and it should be appreciated on all platforms the way foreign musics are treated. Ano siya? Like, it's a very stretch type of perspective siya, but like we were able to at least bring in yung music sa clubs. Like your songs. Diba? Like, diba? Like, baka imagine, baka sa una na na
Ipatukar ang
patukar siya.
Bisaya ng mga kanta sa clubs.
Kana even international DJs kato pag last week gitukar mo.
Si Manila Junkie. Yo, shout out Manila Junkie.
And then sila Orange Juice Asia ba?
Orange Juice Asia, yes sir.
Diba? Kana siya.
Mm.
So, though, I don't know how to further explain it, but like I want that type of comfortability. Na dili siya off. Na if a particular artist gikan sa Cebu or na original song ipatukar siya sa club, dili siya off. Okay, it's the same thing. We enjoyed it. Indot siya. So that's the feeling na I'm trying to kanang we wanna normalize ba? We wanna normalize. Kaya ba kanang katong na yung mga band songs man good na English or foreign, and then sometimes patukar man nila sa club pod because it's nice. The reason is kay nindot ang song, right? They'll have their spin on it. So I want to be able to have, hopefully the local songs are treated the same way across the board. Across the board, not just one particular. So there's two forces here. We have to elevate the industry from artist to production to visual. Then at the same time, maano siya like kanang it gets appreciated by the audience, but the same way they appreciate yung foreign. Same siya ng same level of respect siya. That's my.
You know, one thing that I realized na my songs get played to clubs and all that, and my songs were, I would say, dili ko kay na pioneer, pero kanang naka-break sa barrier between kanang local music o kanang mga music na play sa clubs is technically it was international. Atlanta na kutugi.
You're international man good imong songs. NBA 2K, what's up?
Well, yeah,
bro.
But when I recorded those songs, I recorded it in Atlanta with
international
Grammy award-winning sound engineer. Shout out ni Luke Campolieta.
Shout out.
Yeah, he mixed and mastered my songs, and for some reason it kind of was the I don't want to say I raised the bar because I was there. I was privileged.
Oh, you were at the hip hop
I was
hip-hop city Atlanta.
I was in that environment when I started to make those songs. And when I started my rap or hip hop career, the first person that I asked advice was Luke Campolieta, the sound engineer. I told him like, yo, I wanna make it. Well, what's your advice? I was expecting some motivational speech that gets me ramped up.
What did he say?
Just be consistent, man. Like, what are you talking about at that time? But now it makes a whole lot of sense.
It does.
Yeah, because consistency builds that compound effect ba?
Yeah. I remember our conversation pag katong naata sa poblasyon, and then I asked you like kanang unsay magibuhat sa una. Then you said na you were just pumping out songs per week.
Yeah, I wasn't even uploading it. I was just recording songs every week. Mabati, manindot, basta nalang ko ikanta every week at that time.
You gave yourself kanang something to work on, like, to discipline you.
Yeah. And because of that, I get to sound more authentic because nawala naman sa akong una-una ang akong pagka-aware sa akong tingog sa mic and kanang dili na ko mo mind ba.
So yeah, you're not thinking of
ilang mo ni yung tingog.
So
dili na one.
Yeah, like in conversations mo sa mong utok nawala na kay your continuously.
Kuan jud kay ba. And na practice ko na by being consistent, and my writing na skill dito ko ni excel sa storytelling and a little bit of wittiness here and there.
Actually, ang first na ko na-enjoy na kanta ni mo, up until now, it's still Biplop ba? Kay nindot siya. Like, I didn't understand all of it sa una.
Yeah.
But, sige ko katawa sa hook. That's why akong uyab ka nang sabi niya, why you keep on listening that? Because I'm trying to learn Bisaya man good. So, and then ganang ko sa hook until now. Every time I hear it, kaya sige ko katawa.
And that's one thing na nawa na ako lately kay, I don't know, maybe just life got more serious now. I don't know, man. Like just before I was just like, let's go, let's do this. And now I'm more like, yeah, what's the future na? It's like probably it comes with age na.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Ang pinakaganahan ko in terms when you mention storytelling is ang snatcher rap ba? Storytelling kayo siya, like na siya progression ba?
Yeah.
Kana siya. So
and I made those songs without nahimo na nakanta na una ako sa Atlanta. And wala ang ako ra ma-sharean kay ang akong amigo si Hazi. He's a Indian pero whitewash na siya. Kanang or American wash na siya. Dito na siya nagipanganak. Anyway, shout out Hazi. He was my first producer, friend, music sa music scene dito sa Atlanta.
Makasabot siya sa imong mga it's about
well, I started writing English and it sounded so cheesy one kaiba kanang marag punggos kaiba. And when I switched to Bisaya
dito mo na connect siya.
Bisag siya nakaano siya lo. Tiro ni good ba, I don't know what you're saying but like this is hard.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like it doesn't matter like if mag-English ka or mag-Bisaya ka ba, but ma-feel good ng listener. If authentic kayo imong
and now going back na ako diri sa Cebu, I'm mura kog na I'm not the same when I write here compared to sa Atlanta. Because of the environment diri na mura kog na boxed in ba na mura kog na kanang like ambot dili jud ko ka ingon na makahimo ko og kanta na akong ganahan diri or makahimo ko katong kanta na akong mangutana tong mga tao na you should make songs pareha tong sa una. Well, I'm not there. Like it has to have that Atlanta sauce. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I have to.
What is it about Atlanta that you think was kanang instrumental to your kanang creativity, let's just say?
The environment dito, the lingo, and the way of life. Especially if we lived in the hood. So, ang ilang lifestyle dito, the way they talk, ang ilahang istinuryaan kanang mga
hood stories.
Kanang siyang mga mga innuendos or kanang mga inana ng mga kana na environment ba? And
that drives your creativity po.
Dili sad mo may ni feeds ako utok at that time.
Oh, okay.
So whatever when I'm making a song there, mo may naa dito.
Kana because of the energy sa
ang energy sa dito. Ano ba?
Same. Actually, yeah. Okay, that's why I always point out na important environment kay remember ka when I was telling earlier na kanang ang energy sa Cebu is really different. Kanang it really kanang forced me to have my own thing ba. Apart from my day job, of course. This is day job ang good. But that's the reason why i-put up na ko ang reverb tungod sa everyone has their own thing. I have to have my own thing. So kasabot ko like why pivotal ang environment gid.
And at that time when I was making those songs, that was my own thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I had a 9 to 5 and that's why that's my way of molding my identity ba?
Identity, yeah.
Oh. And now that came to fruition, and when I try to make songs, dili na, it's not the same.
It's not as hungry.
It's not as hungry as I was. Like
Oh.
it's like I gotta make these bangers because I gotta get escaped. And now I got out. I was like, what to do?
It's like kanang when maminaw ko sa mga first album sa Korn ba. And then when they got rich na gyud, like alay na ila.
Yeah. So mo na siya murag kanang new mo ni ang actually mo ni ang akong gideal karon. Now that like I got out of that I don't want to say trap because kanang we have to go through that. Pero when I got out of that environment and now I'm living what I wanted to do.
You were able to accomplish yung or
yeah.
get to the point na you were trying to get to
the point where I'm already doing what like I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Now I'm stuck. Now I'm like, okay, it's good for the first 2 years. It was a good run, but now I felt like
what's next?
yeah, what's next? And I kept thinking, this is it. Ano ba? Now I dropped an album and I'm being authentic and people wanted the old songs. I was like, well, I was here. I made this album here in Cebu. And yeah, now I'm instead of me making songs, I have to make songs and whatnot. I'm like staying away from that environment gani because I don't know why. I don't know why. It's just I'm just following what
yeah.
in the moment, which is karon na consistent na gani ko aning podcast.
Oh, actually,
so kana we'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes karon.
Ako sa una kanang if I feel ingana ko, I just go again. Ang first na ako buhaton is adjust my environment. Not even the location, it's just people ba. Like for example, I feel stuck ko, doesn't matter which part of my life, no? Kung music man siya, day job or whatever. But if I feeling I'll just go to a place or at least mingle with people who has like the energy that I like. And then like observe lang ko. And then for some reason, it ignites something to me. Or yung creativity na mo mag-collab in some form of way na I didn't imagine na it could go that. Kaya makanindot sa art and then music is that if you open up to other creatives, it would form a different branch na it would be better than you imagine ba?
Yeah.
Kana siya. So
mas lingaw mo dyan.
Mas lingaw pala siya. Because we were able to, I remember ko we did katong Elimino Duez project we did with Puti Earl, like our one of our producers here. He's American siya but diri siya nagpuyo. And then nana sila idea like na beats na like type beats ba na sa YouTube na we not need to recreate but the producer was able to put it in a level na we didn't imagine it can be that, it can sound like that. So it was dito ko naka-realize of how great it is collaborating with other parang creatives at the same time. Collaborating with other creatives kay they can make the particular art better and beyond sa imong na visual ba ana say. So yun siya, if you feeling just hang out with the kanang mga music or na you think can na ma-curious ka about what unsay lang gibuhat ba.
You know what my outlet for that too? Kay Sahay, we would like to hang out with kanang mga ingana ng mga tao na but everyone's busy, even kita. Di ba? But my outlet to get a glimpse of that type of personalities, podcasts.
Actually,
Yeah.
well,
Podcasts.
true.
Yeah. And my favorite podcast that I always listen to is Tim Ferriss Show. Tim Ferriss Show.
Yun guys, Tim Ferriss.
Oh.
Tools of the Titan.
Tools of Titan. Yan for our work week. Kanayang mga guests. I get a lot of golden nuggets ba just by listening to them, man.
Nice guy yan, Tim Ferriss.
And if you look at my Spotify playlist, wala na kayong mga music. Wala na kayo mga ingana ba? Because I'm hungry to evolve into a different person na po ba?
It can get, I had a phase na ingana.
Okay.
I had a phase ingana. Like kanang mga Simon Sinek, Tim Ferriss, like everything na murag, what do you call this? Personal development.
Yeah.
There's I don't know if anyone notices it, but you can get stuck pod.
Yeah.
Na you're consuming content lang the whole time of ingana, and then wala, like you just like listen. But it really helps good. It really helps. It really helps.
Yeah. That's why it's important to stick with one lang. Because let's say for Tim Ferriss, he talks with different mga guests niya ba? Compared to like, let's say if I listen to Tim Ferriss and then I listen to Simon Sinek and I listen to kinsa ko ng mga one, they all say the same thing.
Almost the same
diba?
thing. Yeah.
Pero kung maminaw lang ka ng katong Tim Ferriss niya, maminaw ka silang podcast, makakita po kag lain na angle sa kanang kung unsay ilang perspective ba. And mo na siya ang kanang murag akong actually sige na ko paminaw Tim Ferriss, wala pa ko na cookies.
Mao.
Oh,
it makes sense man, good. Like he's very logical man.
Kuan pod kang actually dili man sad siya ang musturya. To be honest, ang iyahang mga guest may mga ana jud kuno, tira no dagan kay mga idea makuha ba. And of course, I read the book for our work week. Dito sad ko I gotta do this. I gotta live that life. Ana gani. And to be honest, now I have a goal. I don't want to share it here, but kay kana lagi na si tawagan nang kanang kung i-share na nimo ang goal kay mura na imong feeling kay na accomplish na nimo.
Yeah.
Pero wala di mo gibuhat.
Kasabot ko mawala ang power niya.
Mawala ang power kay nasurya naman nimo. Nawa na.
Kay na-validate siya. But verbally ra. Dili siya ni manifest. Kasabot ko ana.
Pero karon na ko goal mga in 3 years kana I gotta do that. And mura siya kanang mo'y nag-pull na ko karon. Mo'y nag-pull na ko na alright, every day I gotta wake up, I gotta do this, the first thing I eliminated is social media. I-delete na ko tanan, bang. Now I got a clear mind. It took a while. It took like 2 weeks para ma-rearrange balik ang akong neurons ng utok pa na di na mangitag ka ng dopamine hit. Yan. And
important na.
Wala, bang. Nawagtang. Now, what to do? I started consuming stuff na will help me, sitawagan ni kanang mura siya kanang by consuming or magtuon ka ana studying ana you will become the person worthy of achieving that goal.
Of course.
Okay, now you won't be ako asa karon for now dili pa. But I have to do these daily habits.
No, it's in the habits, no?
No, I have to do these daily habits para I will become that person who is worthy of getting that whatever goal that that I wanted to have. So kana obsessed kay ko ana karon. And again, dili ko ganahan mo share ana sa kay
don't.
Yeah,
I don't wanna take that away. Tinod na. Actually, kanang if na ako'y ma-leave with kanang mga, or at least what would I tell my younger self is yung philosophy of compounding.
Yeah, compound effect. Yeah.
Everything is compounding. Like
Yeah.
tinood siya, oh my gosh, I cannot stress it enough.
Yeah.
Like it's not from A to B. It's not going from A to B. It's becoming ba. And becoming is more of, again, compounding. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. Everything compounds.
Yeah.
If you do something, you don't do something, those things compound.
More than gravity, man. It's just law. Mga na jud.
Oh, law na siya.
Oh,
Like, ang compounding, bro. It affects every corner of your life.
Yeah.
Physically, like, if dili ka mag-exercise, mo compound siya. Most likely,
deteriorate
ka. If you exercise,
most likely
you get fit. Mo rip ka, or like whatever it may be. If you eat healthy, of course, mo healthy, mohang lawas ana. If you keep on eating junk, of course, magkasakit ka. Mo compound siya ba? Same sa financial, same sa relationships. If you don't put importance into your relationships, of course, maguba siya. If you put importance to it, of course, mo prosper siya. Everything is compounding. So if there are ang goals, I feel are milestones, but becoming is becoming the key to it is like the everyday thing.
Yeah.
The compounding, yun nga, it's a compounding thing.
Yeah. And one thing that I wanted to share before we end this podcast, kaya happy na mag 2 hours.
Damn.
Yeah, this is the longest podcast that I did.
Sorry, Kayo.
No, that's not. Don't say sorry, because like we had like a lot of mga topics that makatabang yun ba. So ang akong masulti is na ako'y gi-follow na kanang email na si tawag na email newsletter.
Oh, newsletter. Yeah.
And was it the Stoic guy or nili the Stoicism? Pero
si what's the name of the author? Yeah. Si The Daily Stoic.
Oh, The Daily Stoic. Yeah, I'm like looking at it right now. But ili asa to ha. Basta ka lang I think do what you're doing. Kana mo dyan na pinaka simple ra jud siya na phrase. Pero sahay makalimuta ba na when we're doing something we're not really aware or we're not really hyper focused on what we're doing.
Dili ta present ba? So kana lang na phrase, do what you're doing. So whatever you're doing right now, of course gotta be productive. And you have to put your intent, your mind. Yeah, intention. Yeah, be intent. How do you say that? Be intentional with what you're doing. Be intentional with your time.
Kana.
Ano ba? Like, you're not, dili ka ng, kay kita permi ang ato ang thoughts is like,
Dali ra kayo.
Nata sa work, pero ato ang you think about is other stuff. We're in the different place, pero our brain is a different place.
You know, I just did this 3 times in a row lang ha. 3 times in a row lang. But it already gave me kanang dako kay na effect ba? Is meditating 30 minutes. 30 minutes na maglingkod ra ko piyong mata and just let it flow lang. Let it flow. Let your thoughts just whiz.
Yeah.
By sa imong mind.
Don't try to concentrate.
Yeah. Don't try. Tanawa lang ko. Ano ba niya? Kanang usahay mo mag-meditate ko.
Na siya, like I did that. Basta all of these things I did pandemic. Just to storya lang ta. Kanang when you do it at first time, imong thoughts is like, una kanang mga logical pa siya ng mga stuff niya, nanay mga dinosaur, I don't know, like, and then na siya mula pa siya to the point na mukalma siya.
Makalma din siya. Ay, ma-relax na ka.
Kana siya.
So, now, just 3-4 days, lately, mag-meditate ko 10 minutes. Before, 10 minutes lang, 15 minutes. Kanto, 3 times in a row na ko na 30 minutes na still ako ba. And I'm surprised na ako ang attention span ni taas.
Oh, really?
Taas.
Ang focus ni mo, kamusta?
I would say ni 15 seconds na so, di ba, sa una kay, especially now with the social media age, wala tayo 3 seconds. Klain na po ni mo mono na.
Oh, yeah.
7 seconds. Di ba, katong na-studies na 7 seconds ra attention span sa tao. Karon I feel na ako ang attention span work ni 15 to 30 seconds. Even a minute. Ana ba?
Maka-focus ka.
Maka-focus. Karon sa una magstorya ko mawa ako una bang asa ka to kumpita ka no asa ka to ano ba nya mawa na ko sa imong karon kayo present jud kayo. So kana gamit jud kayo na apil na sa mga daily habits para makuha na to ang itong,
ako ibalik kana siya. That's why ganahan ko nang hang out with people ba. Kay maka-remind ko sa mga ingana ba. Ako i-appeal sa akong mga hopefully makabalik na ako and then kato I wanna really take ka ng physical activities seriously.
Kana.
Optimizing good. Wanna be present.
Kana. Manay next pod na akong ganahan, which is actually shout out ni Boots tungod ba niya nag-open siya sa tattoo shop niya sa Manila. That for some reason I took my health seriously. Kay kanang makakita kay for some reason nakakita ko niya tira ni Yajungi kanang hustling kay siya ba work jud siya ano ba.
Yeah, like again
yeah.
Kanang sa mga tao na I hang out with, every time I see him it gives me drive ba.
Kato na time mura ko dapat nakibuhaton. Diba? I started working out, dude. Grabe. Kana mo lang daan. Mura na usab goy. So kanang just hanging out with people who got the drive. Okay. So
that's why kanang karon hopefully we'll have this kanang regular thing na we see each other or see katong mga productive people atong mga amigo na who's really cause that's the thing na I take from those type of people ba or at least ang environment na kay ma-ignite akong sometimes makalimot man ta like oh shit what am I doing and my way is like I'll hang out punta ko kay Boots bisitahin ko siya ba then mo storya siya kaniya akong buhaton
mabalik ang imong
he doesn't know ma-fire up
yeah.
I need to do this kanang in terms of physical man good kay Danny
Danny
box me ngana and then he's really good at among mga gibuhat so ako in my head mag-practice ko I need to get healthier those are the effects
so again
nice kayo
well it's grabe abot na tag 1 hour 48 minutes daga na kay tag mga topics
nice kayo
istorya lingaw
kayo ko
and of course this is not going to be the last
of course
asa man maka-follow ang mga maminaw sa Reverb.
So karon you can check us our social media page reverb.cebu. Watch out because we did a rebranding for Reverb. And then we'll be having collaborations and more shows with either starting May or around May and then June sunod-sunod na yan. So we have really this big di naman big like it's more of like a rollout now we're planning since February and then hopefully we'll be able to see more artists we'll be able to feature more artists not just in Cebu but like from other regions pod so and then of course our DJ shows and events pod hopefully we'll be able to put more shows then at the same time. Actually, we have shows lined up na for both. So then individual rollouts of artists, Cali Hoods coming back, Elimino Dueza, and then Felony, and then all of the artists that we're supporting, and then we're featuring sa Reverb events. Yan na siya. So yun siya. Watch out sa Reverb at reverb.cebu. So yun siya.
What about if people want to follow you? How do they?
G.yun.
GEE.YUN.
GEE.YUN. That's my Instagram. Yun siya. But
Yeah.
nonetheless, I handle the Reverb account. So you'll see me more. Kana siya. And then
Yeah. And if you guys want to inquire, put about Crossroads.
Of day job.
The day job.
Message nyo ako sa
yeah,
Instagram.
yeah, just message Gian. Again, man, thank you so much
Thank you so much.
taking the time to just we're just hanging out, talking.
Alingaw kayo.
Pero lingaw kay siya. Dagan kay tag na katunan. As always, man, that's
Okay.
that's what I always like about you is dagan kay makatunan nimo just by being there. You know what I'm saying? Like so.
Feel na ko if magpadayon pa ta, 3-5 hours na.
Oh, kayo.
Dagan pa ta mga pastor.
But of course, there's gonna be a part 2. And one more thing, ako na noticed. Hey, PRX gang. Anyway, this is a Life of a Bye episode. I don't know. I stopped saying episodes na because yesterday nagsulti ko ni Jonix na it's episode 7 pero na day 7 na day ka ba? So whatever it is, I'll just put it in the title again. Do follow me on Facebook, A Life of a Bye. Podcast, Instagram, A Life of a Bye .com na. I actually have a website too. But just follow me on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify. So again, it's your boy Cookies, aka Joe Boy. And see you guys in the next episode.
See ya.
All right.